It's a great day when you're hanging around. Nothing's ever gonna bring me down. Good times are coming our way. Whenever, wherever, whatever today.
Today is going to be a great day. I am Nikki G, your host. Welcome to the Lone Doctrine, the food for thought exploration station, and your place in making today better than yesterday. Each and every month, we pick a topic. We explore the ins and outs in allowing us to gain a better perspective on this so-called life. What I mean is that we as human beings are an emotional being, but sometimes in certain societies, we're taught the opposite. We're taught to not feel. With most things in life, whether we're learning or feeling, having patience in the process is key. Patience, that is our topic of the month. We've touched base on many aspects of patience. And if you haven't tuned into the beginning of the month, I highly encourage you to go back because all the episodes tie together. But let's keep diving even deeper. Today, let's talk about some actionable tools that can help us gain more patience. Total side note, but did you know it's scientifically proven that practicing patience actually makes you happier? True story. Anyways, here are some ideas you can start to put into action today toward becoming more patient. Try this. Make yourself wait. We're living in such a fast-paced society and world that even the word wait may cause you stress. And you're saying, I don't have time for this. But the more present you become, the more enjoyment you'll get out of life. But you'll also become more productive. Now, this isn't just sit on your couch and do nothing kind of wait. This is next time you're cooking a meal or even out to dinner safely, when you take the time to wait for the meal, because most good things take time, you'll actually enjoy the meal more. Or even taking your time with the meal. Think of it as a moment to pause and do your best to be more present. Here's something else you can do to gain more patience. Start taking inventory on the things you do and stop doing the things that aren't really that important. We're all guilty of it, especially when it comes to TV, movie, games, social media. We can get sucked into things that take up our time. And so, when we start to address the important things, it feels like we're rushed and we become impatient. When we have a lot of unnecessary things piled on our plate, it causes stress and becomes the precursor to impatience. One really good way to create a healthier, less stressful schedule is to keep a journal. For the first week, don't change up anything. Go about your normal day, go about your normal patterns, and as best as you can, write down what you do each day and for how long. Most apps on our phone these days make this easy because it'll tell you how long you've been on the app. But even do other things such as how long you're watching TV or how long you're playing video games or any in-between things, and I'll bet you'll be shocked on how much time you do have. We spend so much time doing the wasteful things. Now, I totally agree that sometimes we just need to check out, but you will be shocked on how long you might be checking out, or it just might give you some relief to realize that extra hour you wish you had in the day, you probably do have when you break down how long you've been doing the other things that weren't all that important, and then you can switch gears and focus on the important things. And that's not just the things you have to do. It's not to check another thing off your to-do list, which is nice, but sometimes that extra time is the time you need to spend with your family, the time you need to put into yourself to fill your own cup, the time you need with your children, with your spouse, with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend. with them or they. That is time you cannot take back, and that is time well spent. Sometimes when we're facing impatience head on, the best thing we can do in the moment is breathe. It might sound cliche, but as stress builds, our body gets more taxed, which makes us respond in a less constructive or productive manner. I'm sure all of us are guilty of doing things and saying things we really didn't mean because we were impatient. When you find it creeping in sometimes, that deep breath to slow your body down is the moment you'll need to change the whole situation from worse to better. Here's something that a lot of people pass over. I truly believe that when we're faced with hardship or when we're experiencing lower level emotions such as impatience, it's an opportunity to grow and find the lesson in the situation. What about the situation is making you impatient? Is it you? Is it that your perspective is more pessimistic than optimistic? Find the lesson. Be willing to grow, and you'll find more patience. And last but not least, because we like to keep things bite-sized around here, do something fun that's going to require patience, such as reading a long book, putting together a puzzle, learning a new craft, cooking a new recipe from scratch, or taking up a new dancing class, or learning a new sport. Building patience can be fun. And the more you build it, the healthier your lifestyle will become. Would you mind sharing our podcast? If you know of someone that might benefit from our support, we'd love for you to share. Another way to spread good food for thought is to leave us with a review, which helps us show up on the search engines. You can go to Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen, and your review will help someone in need. We appreciate you. We thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, keep fighting the good. Wait. If you haven't seen already, I've been showing my face more on social media. My first intention with starting this podcast was to let the content speak for itself. But then I realized that by remaining hidden, I wasn't representing the message in full. So I'd love for you to join us on Instagram and Facebook, even YouTube, where we dive even deeper into these topics. I hope to see you there. Please send me a message. I love hearing from you. And let's make this one and only life awesome. And I'll say it again, and I'll say it every time. Keep fighting the good fight.
It's a